It's maybe the last video that I'm ever going to do about this changing from checking the outside phenomena to inner inspection of the phenomena. It's about the last video that I do it because I've done it privately. Radical awakening can start where person can contain the impressions and see the impressions, how they affect him in person inwardly. So there is a phenomena of nervous system that is reacting to impression. There is an inner image that is received, duplicated, and reproduced in many cases. And there is a way to scan those impressions, those recreation of impressions, the duplications. All this can be scanned. So people talking about education, how education force you into a day schedule that you need to follow orders and guidelines and repeating time events every day. And in fact, when you wake up in the morning, when you are a child, when you're forced to run, to take your stuff and run to somewhere, or you are forced to something else, so they're shouting in the house. And then when you grow up, the political ambience, the fighting and the divisions that you are now locked into impressing of them and duplicating their impression. But the remedy for this is to recover your ability to retrospect, to see it in different angles, to look at the impressions, and then look at what you lost in terms of your inner activity that permanently blocked. Eventually, now you are not you don't have power over your feelings anymore. You are, snapped off your feelings easy. You don't have even a feeling. You're just captured by outside phenomena non-stop. And in this environment, there is coming the issue of extraterrestrials. And the extraterrestrial, the condition that you need to meet in order to connect with them is to reverse to the ability of inner perspection, of inner control over your feelings, control over the freedom to react in a new fashion, to react, to behave in a moment, to have another perspective about where you're going with, that you're not going into a premeditated, enforced perspective where it's going where you know already, but you are going toward an openness, more and more ability to control your feeling, you control your body behavior, and the more you try different ways to recover your inner abilities, The more you succeed in converting them to something that is growing, that something that is new, something that blossoms, the more you learn to depend on them and trust your inner ability and the ability to expand in other alternative and more true ways. So when you have expanded beyond the limitation and you are now dependent on your inner abilities, so then you will be free, but then also in the same time you will be also accepting other ideas, other people who have reached that level, and from that on you will start to follow spiritual masters if you thought they have reached a level of freedom, of inner creation, and you gain more perspectives from them. You can regain perspective from local masters like Adi Ashanti, where you can gather it from maybe Eckhart Tolle. You can catch up with different masters who have reached a level of openness from which they can then transmit to you solutions and mindsets and ideas and openness, in fact. So you gain up there. You just have to ask of that perspective to be available to you. The more you are dependent, interdependent on free perspective, the less you can even relate to the outside phenomena, because it's madness. It's madness of control and orders and beliefs that stand on common agreements. They don't stand in truth. So the question is not only if you can level up to the requirement of the Galactic Federation to be a cosmic being, but also about your health, because if you're going to follow the instruction that you get from outside, you will know what you're feeling from the outside, and you follow the instruction, and the instruction will lead you to illness. You will go to get bad medicine, bad advice, you copy into that, you go to hospitals, you go to doctors who appear to be knowing or knowing, they will impress you, and you will submit to their treatment, and you follow the treatment until they kill you, either knowing it or not knowing it, being victim to death, or not feeling like that, just following orders. So the road to a galactic human is going through this and checking the outside beliefs and political structure, whatever they have here, justice structure, the science structure, what they know about humans. It's not only a little lie, it's a big lie. You have to discern and know to not know, because we don't know, and those who lie to us, they also don't know. They know a little more than us in terms of technology and some stuff that they have, investigated over about controlling other people. They're doing it day by day. They make up themes, lying, lies, more lies from every direction. The question eventually is, as I said, it's my last video that I can do about this maybe, but it is to regress, to take yourself together and come to check your own inner behavior, own inner uh, emotions. What do you really feel about something is the most important question you can ask yourself. It's not what it will be the final result of the global conflict. It's more your ability to oversee the influences and see how they influence you, and watch it very carefully how it will influence you, and get rid of it. And the very seeing of how it influences you, it's an action in the higher dimension. The ability to see the truth and to acknowledge that it's what is the lie is the premise on which the truth movement is standing. It's not standing so much on new ideology, rather it's standing on the ability of each of us to be free, to redeem ourselves. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I wanted to add. Thank you for watching me. I'm Yo San Pedro. Nice to meet you again.